In today's video, we explore the dramatic shifts in U.S. climate research funding under the Trump administration, highlighted by his directive to climate experts, "You're fired." With crucial programs in organizations like the EPA and NASA facing severe budget cuts, the implications for climate science and green energy research are profound. As we analyze the fallout from these funding slashes, we'll also examine how fossil fuel subsidies remain untouched and the broader impacts on universities and independent research programs. Join us as we uncover the troubling realities of climate research in a rapidly changing political landscape. 1. Funding cuts leave climate science struggling. Under the Trump administration, significant funding cuts to climate science programs forced researchers to abandon critical environmental studies. These cuts hindered the progress of vital research projects that were aimed at understanding and mitigating climate change. The reduction in financial support meant that many scientists had to halt their investigations, leaving gaps in crucial data that could have informed policy decisions. Researchers who had dedicated their careers to studying climate change found themselves without the necessary resources to continue their work. As a result, the scientific community faced a period of uncertainty and frustration. The loss of funding not only affected ongoing projects but also discouraged new talent from entering the field. 2. EPA's workforce diminished. During Trump's tenure, the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, saw a loss of nearly 700 staff members, weakening its ability to regulate pollution effectively. The reduction in personnel meant that the agency struggled to carry out its essential functions, such as enforcing environmental laws and ensuring clean air and water standards. With fewer staff members, the EPA found it challenging to monitor and address pollution violations, leading to concerns about public health and environmental safety. The departure of experienced professionals also resulted in a loss of institutional knowledge, further hampering the agency's effectiveness. This situation highlighted the critical role that a well-funded and staffed EPA plays in protecting the environment and public health. 3. NASA's climate monitoring program disbanded. The elimination of NASA's climate monitoring program under Trump significantly reduced the capability for satellite tracking of global warming trends. This program had been a cornerstone in providing accurate and timely data on climate change, allowing scientists to observe changes in Earth's climate from space. Without this program, the scientific community lost a valuable tool for understanding the dynamics of global warming and its impact on the planet. The decision to cut this program raised concerns about the United States' commitment to addressing climate change and maintaining its leadership in space-based environmental monitoring. The absence of comprehensive satellite data left researchers with a limited understanding of the ongoing changes in the Earth's climate. 4. Renewable energy research grants slashed. Trump's administration significantly slashed grants for renewable energy research, slowing innovation in solar, wind, and energy storage technologies. These cuts affected various projects that aim to develop cleaner and more efficient energy sources, which are crucial for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. By limiting financial support for renewable energy research, the administration hindered the progress of technologies that could have provided sustainable solutions to the energy crisis. The reduction in funding also affected collaborations between universities, private companies, and government agencies, stalling the development of cutting-edge innovations. This decision had long-term implications for the United States' ability to compete in the global renewable energy market. 5. Fossil fuel subsidies remain untouched. While the Department of Energy's clean energy budget faced cuts, fossil fuel subsidies remained untouched, reflecting the administration's priorities. This decision highlighted a continued reliance on traditional energy sources, despite growing evidence of their environmental impact. The maintenance of these subsidies provided financial advantages to fossil fuel industries, undermining efforts to transition to cleaner energy alternatives. Critics argued that this approach contradicted global trends towards sustainable energy solutions and ignored the potential economic benefits of investing in renewables. This policy decision reinforced the perception that economic interests were prioritized over environmental concerns. 6. Silencing the Climate Advisory Panel. Trump disbanded the Federal Climate Advisory Panel, effectively silencing expert voices on climate change. This panel had provided valuable insights and recommendations on addressing climate-related challenges, drawing on the expertise of leading scientists and researchers. By dissolving this advisory group, the administration removed a crucial platform for informed discussions on climate policy. The absence of this panel meant that decision-makers no longer had access to the latest scientific knowledge and analysis, potentially leading to uninformed policy choices. This move was seen as a step back in efforts to tackle climate change through evidence-based strategies. 7. NOAA's research publication restricted. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, faced restrictions on publishing climate research, limiting the dissemination of critical information. These restrictions hindered the agency's ability to share findings with the public and policymakers, impacting the transparency and accessibility of scientific data. The limitations on research publication raised concerns about censorship and the suppression of vital knowledge needed to address climate change. By curtailing the flow of information, the administration created obstacles for researchers seeking to communicate their work and its implications. This situation emphasized the importance of open and unrestricted access to scientific research in addressing global challenges. 8. ARPA-E's funding threatened. The Trump administration attempted to defund the Advanced Research Projects Agency Energy, ARPA-E, a key driver of green technology innovation. ARPA-E had been instrumental in supporting high-risk, high-reward projects aimed at transforming the energy landscape. The threat of defunding this agency jeopardized the development of breakthrough technologies that could have advanced clean energy solutions. By targeting ARPA-E, the administration risked stifling innovation and diminishing the United States' competitive edge in the global energy market. The potential loss of funding for ARPA-E underscored the need for sustained investment in research and development to ensure a sustainable energy future. 9. Impact on universities and independent programs. Universities and independent climate research programs experienced reduced federal grants, leading to layoffs and canceled projects. These cuts had a significant impact on academic institutions and research organizations, hindering their ability to conduct essential studies. The loss of funding resulted in the termination of research initiatives that could have provided valuable insights into climate change and its effects. Academic programs faced challenges in attracting and retaining talented researchers, further limiting their capacity to contribute to the scientific community. This situation highlighted the critical role that federal support plays in advancing scientific knowledge and addressing environmental issues. 10. Global shift in climate research funding. As the United States reduced its investment in climate research, other nations increased their funding, leaving the country behind in the race for green innovation. Countries around the world recognized the importance of addressing climate change and invested in research and development to find sustainable solutions. This global shift in funding priorities positioned other nations as leaders in the pursuit of clean energy technologies and environmental protection. The divergence in funding strategies raised concerns about the United States' ability to compete in the international arena and contribute to global efforts to combat climate change. The situation underscored the need for a renewed commitment to climate research and innovation,